Hello there, welcome back to Crafters TV. That's Jan, you can hear chuckling away there in the background already. It is Launch Party, which is always one of the most exciting shows of the week because we get to showcase some of our most recent launches for you. We've also got an incredible back in stock, which you are already shopping ahead for. There's of course going to be an Out of This World deal and an Explorer deal, as there always is. Always a fun-filled show, and none more so than when the lovely Jan Brown is with me in the studio. How are you, Jan? What can we expect from the next couple of hours?
I'm fine, thank you, Joe. We always have a chuckle, don't we?
We do.
Do you know, I am thrilled. I was sat watching our Sarah yesterday and I thought, yes, I love it. I want to have a play with this. So we've got the lovely garden party. So I can't wait to get demoing. My first demo is going to be with that new Sarah signature collection. So I've just got one sample there to show you with that gorgeous embossing folder on there, just to give you a little tempter. We've got some more samples as we go on. We've also, another favourite, got those lovely connecting sentiment dies. So you can see there where it's sort of built into the structure of the cards. So those were launched, I think, the end of last week. So brand new to us here. And then again, another one. Couldn't believe it when I looked at the show lineup, because these again, absolutely brilliant. Those gorgeous cut-in abstract shapes. We've got a little bit of a shaker going on in that one with the bits behind it. So yeah, just launched on Saturday. And then I know Craig did some demos this morning and he chose the mixer, but we've also got that gorgeous apron down. I just wanted to show you his and hers. So again, depending on how you want to decorate it, it can be for the guys, it can be for the gals. So again, we're going to have a look at how the construction of the actual card works on that one, rather than a full-blown demo. But yeah, absolutely beautiful products, Joe. I can't wait to get started. We've got some great demos lined up.
We have indeed as well. Remember, if you want to get involved, join the conversation, absolutely you can. Crafters TV across on Facebook, Crafters Companion if you are over on YouTube as well. We are going to start off with that back in stock. There was no grand plans really to bring this first product back to you. Once it's sold out, it's sold out, but it is literally sheerly on your demand. I do need to let you know that already a third of the stock has sold out and gone. It is, of course, the Fancy Apron and Mixed with Love Create a Card Collection. 29 elements in here, because you are getting the die that's going to allow you to do all of the construction, to die cut those elements, but you've got stamps involved in there as well, which is fantastic. Let me show you again what you can do. You'll see here, you've got this wonderful concept card that you're able to create with those beautiful aprons. So again, as Jan was just saying there, you can make these for the guys or for the girls. We've also as well got that incredible mixer that comes in there too. I just think this is so craftable, so usable, whether you want to do them as a side opening card or an easel card as this one is. I know Craig did a demo this morning and even used these as a card topper, which I think looks absolutely incredible. 42.73 or 56.41. You've got 50 bonus points on there. Club Inspire Platinum members are buying one essentially and getting one for a little bit less than half price, which is absolutely awesome. So that is coming up. We'll be seeing that as we go through the show. As I said though, a third of the stock of that has already sold out and gone. We are going to firstly though look at the garden party, because my, oh my, what a launch we had with this yesterday. I'm just going to quickly give you a flick through the paper pad and show you a few samples, and then we'll have a look through everything that comes included in a little more detail a little bit later. But this paper pad has been absolutely flying out. It is in the complete collection. It is of course available individually. 70% of it individually though has sold out and gone, so you will need to be quick for it. It is gorgeous. I love the fact that you've got so much going on in each and every sheet of this, and it really does set the tone for that whole collection. A couple of samples that I just pulled out, which I just think you're going to love recreating when you get this home, are a few of these. I love the fact also that you've got that rosette die in there too, which I know Sarah really enjoyed demonstrating yesterday. You can see whether you're going more is more, whether it's maximalist or minimalist, we've got you covered with that collection, and some really clever dies in there too. Platinum members, £100 or $144. Everyone is getting free postage and packaging and free shipping and handling on that as well, if you are here in the UK or across in the US. And I think, Janet, it'd be rude, wouldn't it, to start anywhere else other than with this collection?
I think we need to start on that one, don't we? As I say, I've been absolutely loving. I knew this was coming. I knew it was on the way, and I have really been looking forward to it. I was so glad when I saw it on the lineup for tonight's show. So what I'm going to do is we're going to use a couple of the elements. We're going to use the paper pad. So I'm just going to show you out of that paper pad. I went for the one right at the very front here. You know, there isn't one in here that I don't like, to be honest. It's no good saying I love this one, because when I get to the next one, I love that one as well. But literally taken that element out of it, and you can see here where I've actually used the bird cage here, and we've put it onto the front of the card, and then I've used a separate element here. You can see where I've got the other part of it, so it's been cut down into 2 pieces, and we're going to use this on the inside of our card as well. So again, I've still got a piece across the top here that I can use for another project, but I love how you've got all this sort of, if you were watching us earlier with the mixed media and we were saying things that were pushed into the background, but just a little snippet of it to add interest, you've got that bit of script going on. So each particular one, you know, you've got the doily effect in there. Every time you look at it, see something different on them. They are absolutely beautiful. So what I've done is I've popped my self card together, and we're looking at 6 by 7 1/4 there, and I've actually put my piece on the front and stuck it down because we're going to die cut this edge. So what I want to do is actually bring in that gorgeous ornate lace die. So if you weren't watching us yesterday, let's just show you what we actually mean by that. It's a 2-part die. All right, so you've got your main element here that cuts out the actual piece of lace. So we're going to put that on as a decorative piece. So I'm going to cut that out of some white card just so that it stands out. So we're going to do that one on there. But then you've got the edge die as well. So if you actually wanted to cut this onto the edge of a card, you can actually pop the edge piece on and cut the whole caboodle. So what we're going to do is we're going to do it in 2 parts. So let me just get my tape there.
Almost
and I want to
like
stick
gives you
this down.
The illusion of a double-sided die with single-sided dies, doesn't it?
It does, yes, yes. It's almost, as I say, it's like an edgeable die, but because you've got the different options with it, you know, this one's got a full cutting edge on it, so it does actually cut round here as well. But you know, you can add it to the edge of your card regardless. So I'm just going to open this one up, and I'm going to position this sort of as far to the edge as I can get it, because I'm not too worried about that piece there. I just want it to take that edge off, and I want to sort of get this piece here about the same as what we've got there, and then I'm just going to tape that in that corner and in the bottom corner there so that it doesn't move. We're going to run that through our Gemini, and then I'm going to cut this bit as well. So we'll pop a little bit of tape on that one as well. So first job is to just pop this one through, and because it's a thin metal die, I'm literally just going to pop that piece in there and run that through our Gemini first, and then we can pop this one through afterwards. Don't worry if you hear that crackling with your Gemini, it's just the pressure on the metal. It's not actually doing any damage, it's just the fact that it's recognised that die. So literally this has taken the edge off. We'll have a look at that in a second, and then I just want to run this one and pass that through there as well. And this is going to cut out the whole piece as lace. So you could, if you're a scrapbooker, for example, you could cut this several times and actually put it across as a border or an edge. It would look lovely. This is where my mind goes into overdrive. I start talking about things and then I have all these ideas pop into my head. I'm just thinking, let me just take this one out and I'll show you what I mean.
That's surely the sign of a great collection, isn't it, Jan?
Pardon?
That's surely the sign of a great collection when
honestly,
it inspires you.
I absolutely adore the signature collections. I must admit, I've got most of them, or components of most of them left, should I say. But I just think all that hard work's been done for you. So you don't have to worry about, you know, what you're going to put with what. But just look, I mean, that's just come out of there literally. Beautiful. In that one piece. But what I was thinking, on the scrapbook page, if you chose a piece of that beautiful paper and just had sort of elements of this popping out at the top, all the way across and all the way at the bottom, it would give you a nice sort of focal central piece for you to then work on with your photos and things like that.
Nice idea.
We've also got that lovely pearlized paper pad, so don't forget to cut this in. That pearlized card would look stunning. But I just wanted the white to offset against this, and there is a lot of white in this particular design. So just pop that to one side for a second, and we need to retrieve my card base. So again, just be gentle with the tape, and I found from experience that it's better to just roll it back rather than tearing it off. I find that I get a better result if I've actually got it onto the side of my card that I'm using. So just take that off, and you can see now that we've created that lovely edge that's exactly the right shape to receive this one.
Nothing to stop using that scalloped edge on its own either, I'd imagine.
No, I mean, you could just use this as the edge of a card. It would look gorgeous, wouldn't it? And you could put a set of 3 embellishments just in the little scallops there. It would look lovely. Get some ink round the edge of it. You know, there's so many different ways. And this is just one element of that huge collection. It's a massive one this time. So yeah, we're literally going to use our dotty tape pen and just pop that one down on the front there. So somewhere in the depths of my bag, there we go. Whoops, we've got that dotty one. So again, just very, very gently, make sure we've got our dots to hand. Oh, have I run out? No, we're okay. And just really gently, oh, I think it has run out. Yep. Every time I come here, I end up running out of dots.
You and Debbie, we save them all up for you and we get them out, you know, we put all the full ones away and get all the dregs out for you.
There we go, look. So just nice and gently, no actual pressure. I'm just running this across the edge of the die cut. And that way you're just going to get dots, no sticky on here, just on the back of your die cut. And then we can position this now just inside that scalloped edge there. And as I say, you've got a perfect match because we've done them both with the die. So that's going to be my edge piece. And then with the collal, we can now stick that other piece inside. And then I want to show you how to make that rosette. I was very excited. Been making rosettes for a long time. I love them. I think they're a great addition to your projects. But obviously having to cut them out yourself and do all those little score lines yourself takes a while. So the fact that we've now got a die that'll do this for us is great. So I'm just going to pop that one on the inside there to match. And because those papers have been took from the same piece of 12 by 12, you know that you've got a perfect match going on there with the colours, the design. I just think they're absolutely stunning. So that's my actual card base. And this is where we're heading. We're going to go for this kind of effect there. So I want to make the rosette, and then we've got the stamp sentiment there. So as far as your rosette's concerned, then we've got the piece of metal that makes you might think, well, that's not very interesting, but it doesn't need to be. It's got what we need. It's got the external cutting edge, and then each of these is a score line. And this is what takes the time. If you've made these by hand and you've had them in your scoring board and you're scoring at every 1/4 inch along a 12-inch piece of card, it takes a while, I must admit. One pass through the machine, you've got this done. So this actually cuts out a piece with all the score lines in, and you need to do this at least 3 times. It recommends 4. On the back of the packet, you've got in this top section the instructions on how to put it together if you haven't done one before, and it recommends cutting it 4 times. Basically, the more pieces you've got in there, the fuller your rosette will be.
Okay.
So I've literally cut it 4 times, and I've got 3 of them ready. So you're actually going to go sort of like a concertina. So literally from the score lines, and it just takes seconds, we're going to go up and down, mountain, valley, all, and look how easy it's going because those score lines are in. Okay, it's as simple as that. So I've got 2 that start off with a mountain fold, and then I've got 2 that
Johnny
start
said yesterday, Diana Ross's favourite crafting tool, this.
I was watching yesterday. I must admit, I did hear that one.
It hasn't got any funnier, Johnny.
I did. Well, you have to laugh, don't you? You've got the humour in.
You really got to sometimes.
So yeah, what I've done, if you can see the difference, I've got 2 that started with a mountain fold. So the first fold is my pointy uppy fold, and then I've got 2 that start with a valley fold. So this one, I've got the actual first fold at the bottom, and the reason for that is on the 2 that have the valley folds, I've put some tape. And what you're actually going to do is make sure, so that your concertina parts line up, you're going to make sure that your mountain fold goes over the top of the valley to actually make one piece. So you can see there that that's gone together, and my concertina bits are still in the right order.
Perfect.
Yeah. And then I'm going to do the same again. So we've actually got our 4 pieces. So tape off this end, and we've got that little sticky up bit, the valley fold, and my mountain fold is going to stick over the top so that we keep that concertina piece together. Yep. And then one more on this end we're going to do. Again, I've got my little valley fold here, the V, and I've got my mountain fold, which is the sticky up bit, one over the top of the other to literally make one piece there. And you'll find that this will now all concertina together and everything's in the right place. When we squidge it all back together, you've literally got all those mountains and valleys. So the last thing we need to do is bring that last piece round then, and this one's going to fit on the other end. So I've got my mountain fold left off the end of this piece, my little valley on this one is going to go underneath, and I've got a complete circle now of those that fit together. Okay, so everything's in the right place there. And then your glue gun is your best friend for this, without a doubt. We just move all these to one side. And also in that package, you get the little circle, all right, which comes in handy. So what I've done is I've cut one that I'm going to put on the back, and then I've got one, which is a white one with a piece of the design paper over the top, all right, for the front. So all you're going to do is make sure this is stood on one end and then literally press it down into the center. So get all your pieces together and press them down, literally like this.
Easy peasy.
Yep. Now I like to work from the back, so I'm going to press mine the other way, and I'm literally going to put the back together first. So once you've got where you want it to be, hold it together, pop your hot glue in the middle there and give yourself a nice good sort of blob of it so it catches all those little folds. And I'm going to put the plain piece on the back there, and then just hold it for a second or two until that glue cures. Okay, so that's on the reverse, so you've got it actually sealed at the back there. And then on the front you can do the same again, and I like to pop that glue right down into that little centerpiece there, let it go down into the middle. And then again, we're going to pop this one on the front so that it's nice and secure. And just hold it again until that glue cures and it's set. Okay, and that's your little rosette. So you can see with the 4 there, you've actually got a really nice sort of spaced rosette. If you use 3, the only difference is that these elements will be slightly further apart, so it'll look a little bit more stretched. 2, I don't think would be enough. I think you would struggle to get it to do what you want it to do with the shaping with just 2 pieces. So I would say 3, probably 4 is your best element on there. And then what I've done is I've just cut out of a piece of the paper that was left a little tiny piece of the one of the flowers that matches out of that paper. You can see here it's the same design, and I'm going to pop that on the front just as a little bit of decoration.
Very, very busy on this collection, as we knew it would be. It was very busy when we launched it yesterday. Half of the stock almost now has sold out and gone. I mean, we will continue to bring this to you next week and maybe even into the week after, but it'll be a case of how much of it we're able to bring back. Specifically the paper pads making this particular bundle very vulnerable, and also other elements of the collections. There's a lot of full set syndromes out there, as I call it, Jan.
I must admit, when I was watching yesterday, Joe, I was keeping everything crossed that we'd still got it all in one piece for tonight, because I still wanted to have a play with it, yeah. So literally, I've just out one of the pieces out for your invited. You've got that lovely stamp set that's got all those different elements in it, and we're just going to pop these together on the front to keep it fairly simple. Let those papers and that lovely decorative edge do the talking. So again, while I've got that glue gun out, we'll use that to pop these elements on. So we're going to go on the front just
there. What makes
there.
hot glue so good, Jan?
Pardon?
What's so great about hot glue?
I just think the fact that you've got that instant stick.
Right, okay.
You know, it just takes seconds for it to cure, and you know then that you've actually got it working. I do use it a lot in mixed media. You know, you can't really go wrong with it. It's one of those things that you can't get wrong. Well, I'm saying you can't go wrong. The worst thing you can do is get it on your fingers.
Yeah.
Okay, because it does get very warm.
But it still gives you a little bit of wiggle room, does it?
Yeah, just a second. Yeah, it just takes a couple of seconds. I mean, that is actually stuck rigid now, both of them. So I know now when I lift it up that nothing's actually going to fall off. So I've just got a couple of gems that I'm going to add, Joe, and then I'll show you that finished project.
Yes, please.
It'll only take me just a second or two to pop these on.
Lots of people tuning in from all over. Sally's in Devon, Betty's in from Texas, Rhonda's in Chicago. I see Clarice is here from Carolina. Jean's in Mississippi. Hi, Jean. Mary Pat in Montana. Barbara's in too. Shadiah says, hi, Prince Joe. Popping in to say hi. Working tonight. Need some Zeds, so we'll just be watching very briefly. I hope you get some Zeds. And Kylie says, I love the mixer and apron sets. I have them both. And the cards I made from them receive rave reviews from recipients. I'll give you a reminder of those in just a few minutes. Is that a little bit of bling I spy going on there,
Just
Jan?
a little bit of bling, yeah. I've just got some lilac gems, just to sort of jazz it up a little bit. So I'm just going to pop those, and then I've got a slightly larger one that we're going to pop in the middle of the flower there. So when I turn that one round now, you can just see, you know, we've only used a couple of the elements and some of that gorgeous paper from the pad, and you've got, you know, a really pretty design. If you're worried about writing inside your card, you can always do a piece to mount and put on the back, or you can actually pop yourself. I sometimes put a little square of white inside to write on, but however you want to do that. But really, really pretty. But having those dies to work together, you know you're going to get that perfect finish. It could just as easily have been made this way, so that you've got that edge at the bottom. So it just depends on how you cut into that 12 by 12 piece to start off. But yeah, really pretty collection, Joe. I love
really,
it.
really gorgeous. You loved it yesterday. You continue to love it today. Half the stock of the big collection has now sold out and gone. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through the collection. I know I showed you the pad earlier, so I'm going to show you the other elements first. Some really clever dies in here that we haven't seen before, which I love. This is your summertime pennant that you've got here, and it is awesome because there's so much you can do with it, whether it is bunting, it's like an amazing sort of banner die as well. Every single little element of this has been used too. We really have crammed as much metal into here as we can. You can see you've got your embellishments, you've got your birthday sentiment in there, and all of those mats and layers, which is great. The two main themes that sort of run through the collection are the teacups, which you can see just here. So those wonderful stacked teacups, and then that parasol as well. These are the two sort of common threads all the way through, and that then as well is played out in the stamps and dies that you also have in here. So you've got these wonderful stamps and dies here with your teapot, cake, the spoons, the cupcakes, you've got your macarons in there, again absolutely loaded full. You could most definitely use the sentiments on their own should you wish, but when you use them together they look awesome. Then we move into the dainty lace. Now what you've got in here is a wonderful border on there, which you can also of course stamp out too. The corner, which is going to be perfect for of course your corners, but think about doing photo corners with that. The parasols in there, and then more embellishments for you too. So they are awesome. Then in the paper pad, the running theme that's in there quite a lot is this bird cage. Now that's pulled through into this stamp and die collection for you. So you're going to see how it's all going to work so cohesively together, which is awesome. Again, the border, the bird cage, sentiments in here, and floral elements, which are going to allow you to embellish your projects beautifully. Then we're going to move on. And something that hasn't been included, I don't believe, in a Sarah Signature collection before is layering floral stamps, which were going to be really beautiful just to give you that little finishing touch to your project. We've also included in here a really useful set of stamps. Now, these stamps are great because you've got things like birthday, celebrate, party, summer. You've got numbers, ordinals, from, to, RSVP. So it really does have that summer party vibe to it. This here is your creator card die. Now, it's a cut-in die. I love with this one that it's a bit of an unusual size. It's about 4 inches, and it's going to be perfect for shaker cards. It's going to be wonderful for cutting into the tops of your boxes too. With the sentiments, we've done them a little bit differently. They're sort of slightly oversized here, the sentiments, and you've got them with the mats and layers as well. So again, very familiar with everything you kind of know and love about a Sarah Signature collection, but definitely little twists on it that have made it, have really kind of set it apart. This one here is your delicate doilies. This is your stencil. Thank you, Jan. Don't know what happened there. I had a moment, a senior moment. You've also got the traditional lace. Now, the traditional lace is very clever because you've got this split into 4 different banners. You don't really see it at first, but use them separately or put them all together. Definitely the first time as well that we've included or done a rosette die for you, so that's in here. You're going to be able to use that with this collection. Use this with any collection you've got, any papers you've got, pretty much. As long as it's the right kind of weight, you're going to be able to create something awesome with that. And then these stunning edgeable dies. This one here being your whimsical balloons. A lot of people talking about baby cards being done with this. I think it's going to look perfect for that. And then also in there, you've got your ornate lace. So much in here. The value is incredible. Then what we do, of course, is move into those paper pads, which is the bit for everyone that they absolutely love and adore. Let me just move this out the way. How much of the stock's gone on the paper pads? Over 70 of all three. So with the pattern papers, you're going to get them in the 12 by 12 size, which is this one. You will get it, I'm not going to touch it because I will knock it over. You will also get it in the 6 by 6 size too. And what you get it in the 6 by 6 is you get the same imagery, quarter size. So it means that it depends what you're working on. What we've also decided to do is to not do these double-sided. So it means that you've got the option to use every single page in here because you're not doubling it up. You've got 48 pages included in here. I love that in the back of every one of these beautiful design sheets, you've got a different texture running through. So you can see this one is quite lacy there in the background. And then we move into the next one. And then you've got some scrolly elements in the back of this one. They all have something that coordinates. Really, really brilliant. On its own, it's available as well, $12.99 or $19.95. We'll definitely be adding extras of those into your baskets, as many of you are. That in the 12 by 12, 70% gone, and also in the 6 by 6 is 70% gone. I'm going to move on to this beautiful pearlescent card pad. Now, it's 250 GSM. So it really is the perfect all-round rate. You can see it is so shiny. It's also double-sided, so it's going to be great for construction, die cutting, embossing. It's got a white core, so if you want to sand it back, you can. I love this kind of pinky blush peach colour that you've got in there. And then that duck egg blue is absolutely exquisite. Available as well on its own if you want to go for extras, $14.99 or $16.95 to get it in that way. It is exceptionally busy now, as it was in yesterday's launch show. Remember, there is a so you got 2 hours of inspiration from the launch show yesterday. There's demonstrations in this show. There's a craft along on the 12th of June with myself and Debbie Robinson, I believe. So do join us for that. Everyone's got a great saving, which is awesome. I'll just get those details changed for you. Everyone's got a great saving, which is awesome. So you can see here, over £50, $46. Platinum members, though, the saving gets even better. £100 today if you're in the UK. That saves you £75.81. Stateside Platinum members, $144, saving you $82.05. Now, everyone's going to get free P&P in the UK, free shipping and handling in the US, but actually the deal is a bit better today than it was yesterday. Do you know why? Because you're all going to get that free gift if you're ordering today. As a Platinum member, if you're spending over £15 dollars or euros, we are going to give you a free creator card die, which must be worth, Johnny, $24.99 off the top of my head is what it was worth. So again, the actual value is amazing. Got that little surprise gift for you today. Definitely have a think about it. I think it's something you're going to get so much craftability out of. The versatility is off the scale. And those of you that have already received it, I know, are absolutely loving it. Want to share with you the Out of This World deal. Now, every single launch party, we bring you an Out of This World deal. We can only hold the price though for 24 hours because the deal is so awesome. And what you've got here are 5 awesome, totally Tiffany buddy bags. You've got Barbara, Terry, Katia, Sue, and Gail in here. £16 or $24 for Platinum members. If you were going for just that on its own as a Platinum member, you would also get that free gift. A brilliant demo this morning done by Craig in the Wake Up Call on this, our Explorer kit. Love this. In here, you're going to get 1 pack of the tricolours, an ink pad, the rocker blocks, watercolour cardstock, and also that fabulous over the edge die, which features that little alicorn on there, which we love. $28.66 or $41.55. You're essentially getting the stamps and dies totally free of charge there in that collection. And they're worth $11.99, which is lovely, isn't it? What a lovely little saving. Right, we need to go back to those credit cards because you've seen it for a second, right? And almost 40% of the stock of this has sold out and gone. Full instructions are included in here for you, which is excellent. And I will say that with this was not something we planned to bring back in stock. It was sheer demand from you guys asking for us to get this back. That is exactly what we have done. 2 different designs in here. You've got the apron and you've also got the mixer too. So whether you want to use them as toppers, are going to be great for that, or of course if you want to use them as your sort of card concept, if you will, then you can do both of those things, which is awesome. So you've got that one. You've also got this one as well, which is the other apron, as you can see just there, which is done in a more masculine theme here, and this one's been done again as a side opener. So that's what you've got in there. You get all the stamps that you need and the dies in there, which is wonderful. This one though is my favourite for sure, because I absolutely love this. The mixer, whether you're doing it as a concept card, as you can see there, as a side opening or as a stepper card, it's up to you, or whether you want to do what Craig did this morning with it, which I thought was genius, and cut a few of those and use them as a topper on an 8x8 card, which we all know he loves. It really does fill that space beautifully. As a Platinum member, you're going to be able to pick these up for $34.18. You're essentially, it's just a little bit better than buy one, get one half price as a Platinum member, which I think is awesome value. However, 40% has gone, and there are a lot of you with this in your basket already. Would not be surprised, Johnny is telling me, to see this go in the show. And you get 50 bonus points slapped on top of there too, which is excellent as well, helping to get you to that next level in the club. Just really, Jan, a lot of fun, these ones, aren't they?
They are, and I keep looking at this one, Joe, and every time I look at it, I know it's a mixer, but I just think if you take the bowl away from it, it reminds me of a sewing machine as well.
It does a bit, yeah.
I think you could sort of trim it up a little bit and make it look a bit like a sewing machine.
You know those big drills, that the ones that you have the lever and they pull down? No, you know, like a big drill that you have in a workshop. Do you know what I mean? Jan's got.
I'm not into
Jan hasn't
drills,
got a clue.
no. I'm more into sort of sewing machines and things like that. But yeah, I get what you're saying. But I just think, you know, sort of drape a little bit of fabric over here.
Nice.
And then, you know, pretend there's a needle in it. Every time I look at it, I think, yeah, take the bowl away. So a little bit of sort of both there. But I thought we'd have a look. Seeing as Craig did that one this morning, I'm not going to do a full demo of this, but I just want to show you the concept behind the actual card. So we're going to actually cut it onto some craft card, which lends itself for that sort of guy's card. So you've got your main concept, which is the piece that looks like the apron, okay? And all I've done is taken a piece of craft card and scored it right down the centre. And we're literally going to pop this on. And in order to sort of preserve that fold, I'm literally just going to hang the die off the edge of the card there. So when I'll turn it over, you'll see what I mean. So this is for a side fold, is it, Jan? Yeah, this is for a side fold, all right? So when I turn it over here, you can see that I've actually got the cutting edge actually sticking out, so it's not going to cut the fold. If you wanted to do this as a top fold, you'd need to fold your card the other way, but you'd do the same. It might just fit on there. And you could actually just leave that top edge hanging off the edge so that you can preserve the fold that way. But we're actually going to do it as a side fold there. So I'm going to pop it on there and then literally just pop that straight through my Gemini. I'm just wondering whether we can put the little pocket on as well there, I think, and see if we can do it all in one go.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Really lend themselves to craft card, these, don't they?
They do, certainly for the gents.
The craft card is available on the show as well if you want to stock up.
As you know, I love my craft card, Joe. I get through it like nothing. Craft card and stamping card, I just can't keep enough of.
Right.
I've always sort of got it on order, ready for the next one because they're running out, and I do get through lots and lots of it. The stamping card, like I say, I've renamed it all-purpose card because I use it from making card bases, die cutting. As you see, we did all the stamping and water techniques on it earlier. So useful. And then I just don't know what it is about the craft card. It goes with so many different colours. Craft card and turquoise are one of my favourite combinations. Looks beautiful. So again, when we take this off here now, just make sure we don't lose the dies there. You can see now that it's actually kept that fold intact. Because we took the edge across the fold line, it's kept that intact.
Do you have to be careful about leaving it? Do you have to be careful about hanging over too far, Jan?
If you took it too far across, obviously you're going to make your card a bit narrower.
Right.
But again, it depends. I mean, I just used the junior plates there, which allowed me plenty of space to do that.
Right, okay.
If you've got your large Gemini, then obviously you can take it to a slight angle. But no, it's just basically, I want to keep the shape.
Okay.
So if you move it too far across, it's going to narrow it a little bit. But
it could be a sauce bottle as well, I think.
It could actually, if you narrowed it across like that.
Yeah, you could make
I
a
made
little
this
sauce
bit
bottle.
narrower for the neck of the bottle and popped it. You see all sorts of things, don't we? And then, of course, we've got that lovely little pocket. My card was double, so we've got the pocket. And then, again, just to show you what a difference, I just got this from earlier, that little bit of ink. I've got a wobbly, I think my craft mat's lost one of its legs.
Oh,
it's a bit
got
wobbly.
A wonky mat.
Yeah, can you hear it?
Yeah.
I think there's something missing under this bit here. I've not had a chance to investigate. But again, just taking that little bit of ink, and I will probably use the water reactive inks for this. This is actually an opaque one because it's what I had with me earlier. But just to touch that edge there, it just makes that little bit of difference and draws the eye in to the centre part of your card. So you can see there, and then if we do the same with the pocket so that it stands out from the background on that card. If I just pop the pocket on, I'll show you what I mean in a second. If we just put this one on the centre here, there's very little definition between the actual card and the pocket, but when you ink the edge of it there,
oh, yeah,
you can see how you've got that definition. So that's essentially as simple as it is to make the card. But the best part about it is you've got all those other elements in there. Let me just get rid of the ink again before I end up with it covered in everything. If I bring that die set back in here now and just have a look at it, you've got all these elements in here. So if you're making the lady's apron, you've got a nice frilly pocket, you've got this gorgeous piece. So for example, on this one, you see how it's creating the illusion of having the lace across the bottom?
More of a pinfoil.
Yeah, probably.
What is the difference between an apron and a pinfoil?
Ooh, now then, that's a good question. Yeah. Is it just a location thing again?
I don't know.
Is it baps versus buns again? I don't know.
Oh, let's not get our baps and our buns confused, Jan.
But this one's just been embossed just to give the illusion of it being fabric there. But you get you've got all the baking things. You've got the rolling pin, you've got the spoon, the wooden spoons and everything. You've got all the tools and the gardening things for the guys. So bearing in mind, you know, it could be a happy birthday like we've got here. You can see we've got those gardening gloves in there, all the different tools and things. But this next month we've got Father's Day coming up, and I think these would just be absolutely perfect for that Father's Day card. And then depending on how you want to do the top, this one's just using a piece of the craft card that we've actually sort of scored round to curve it, and then this one's got a little bit of wired thread through it. So again, depending, it could be a piece of ribbon just to make the top part, but just really, really nice idea. That's the one that's been done on the top fold there. So you can see, just move some of these out of the way. You can see what it looks like on the top fold. And then this one's been done with the side fold. So again, whichever way you want to do it, it will work both ways. And then you can add, you know, the bits in the center if you wish. You can pop bits in. This one's just got the DIY King in there. So really, really good fun. And then, as I say, if you want to turn it into the ladies one, much more decorative there with that lovely pretty pattern paper and the lace edging on it. I just think they're a real fun addition to your craft kits.
Almost half gone already. 37 minutes in, you've seen one demonstration. Right, a pinafore is a sleeveless dress by itself, mostly worn over a shirt. So it's something that you put on.
So like what you had in the school uniform.
Yeah, apparently in Morpeth they wear them, according to Charlotte. An apron is what you wear whilst cooking. So it's something you pop on over your clothes. A pinafore is a sleeveless dress by itself, mostly worn over a shirt. Day-to-day uniform, Charlotte, or for certain every day?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, school uniform often includes a pinafore dress, yeah,
wow,
with a little polo shirt underneath.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, like the little
pin.
kilt pin. Yeah, I remember that.
How cute. Maybe you could dig out some pictures of you in your school uniform and send them in for us, Charlotte. What do you think? Maybe. Just not
maybe
not. You could, I'm sure you could do it now if you had the time, you know. Let's move on, I think, because we're going to get into some trouble here. A lot of you chatting and saying hello. It is really busy on those. Remember, you're getting both the pinafore or apron, and you're also getting that incredible mixer in there as well. I love the mixer. The mixer is my favourite. You're getting a buy one, get one half price when, of course, you buy them with your Club Inspire Platinum discount. Lots of you chatting about a whole host of different things. Garden party, lots of people are excited about it. Rosalind says a lovely collection. Hannah Hicks says my garden party arrived today. Can't wait to get creating. Do send us in some pictures when you do. Christine says how much she's loving the garden party. A lot of love for that demo as well. Christine also saying you're such a great teacher, Jan. I completely agree. Linda's loving the rosettes, as is Mary. Sarah loves all of the garden party collection. A lot of love for your last demonstration as well from Jay and Caroline too. And also a lot of people loving the mixer and the apron. The mixer is darling, says Grafty Go. You are going to be quick. There's a lot of you in your baskets at the moment. I am worried it could go in this show. Anne already has the apron and has ordered the mixer. Anyone out there's got either of them already, we'd love to see some pictures of what you've been creating. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. There are many, many more of you watching than we have stock left of those, is what I'll say. Susan says, Joe, were you thinking of a drill press or possibly a band saw? It was a drill press. Was what I was thinking of. Panda Craft says... That was the sound of a drill, not of anything else.
I wasn't actually looking then, I just heard the noise. I'm like, what?
Honestly, you lot.
I get you, it was your drill noise.
It was me drilling noise, yeah.
If you say so.
Oh. Anyway, Panda says, me too, Jan. I love stamping card and craft card. Like craft card, black and gold together for a classy look, but it goes with anything. The aprons are really cute, says Fran, and Judith has bought the mixer die, which I was glad to see since I missed it the first time round. Right, let's share with you all the details of Club Inspire.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges, and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of regular 6 to 10 working day standard service from $9.99 to $12.95, and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery service for our Gold and Platinum Inspire members will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you, and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Hi, I'm Sarah from Crafters TV. And I'm here to show you how you get the best deals and shop while you watch during our shows. The best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. So head over to our page and go to Crafters TV Home, where you can see all of our shows, plus exclusive offers, and even shop while you watch. Now, if you want to get involved and comment along, you can head on over to our community pages. Come say hello, ask us some questions, and chat along live with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even airplay our shows direct onto your big screen or stream us live through YouTube. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easy to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day. Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
All the details there of pretty much everything. Right, let's. We're going to move into these connecting sentiments, which is these are amazing. They were launched on Saturday, I believe, these, and Friday, sorry, and they are amazing because there's so many different ways you can use these. They work beautifully as a concept card and with a very simple sentiment on the front of there, all done and good to go. Cut it in, you've got your stamp in there as well, and it says with love to you both. You've then also got good luck in here with you'll do great. Thanks is coming your way for everything is your stamp that you've got coordinating in here. We then have celebrate your big day. Thankful, so thankful for you. Congrats is in there, proud of you. And then you've also got here, oh, bit stuck together, birthday. And also for an amazing friend. I love the font on these. I think they are awesome. You could absolutely, I'm guessing, if you with your scissors, Jan, you could absolutely cut round those and take the whole sentiment out if you wanted to.
Of course, yeah. Again, you know, they've all got that sort of extra use, and that, you know, that's what I like to look for. It's like, what else can a die do? I love the concept behind this. I love the fact that that wording is strong enough to hold the card up. I've just got some more samples out here to show you because they're really, really pretty. Gorgeous font, like Joe says there. So again, we've got it on that Z fold. So just showing you how it cuts in there. It doesn't have to be a full card front, but we've got that wording attached, which I'm going the wrong way on, so that way, there we go. Just on those points, top and bottom. All right, so we've actually got that in there. It may be, as I say, that you actually want to put them in the front of the card. So you can see there that we've got that gap behind there, but it's enough. If you look at that, you know, the card stands beautifully. There's enough strength in there to keep them going. So again, we've got the friend there, we've got a little bit of acetate. You can just see that catching the light there. You don't need the acetate. If you want to put it in, you can. Look gorgeous with some vellum behind it as well. A lot of the collections that we've done recently have had the vellum pads in. How about introducing your glitter card into it? I love this one. I just think it's got it's got the craft card again, but real classy look to it with that glitter card in the centre of it there. Really pretty. Again, you know, you've got your stepper cards there, so we're going to celebrate. Okay, and then the one that I showed you at the beginning, I love the colourways on this one. So again, just that really tall one there. It's
fun, isn't it?
Again, you've got that acetate just behind the birthday. Use your inks on it, you know, cut recut the wording out of paper, actually lay it over the top. So many different ways to do it again. So what we're going to do is I've picked the friend one to work with. So I've actually taken my package in here, and this is what we get in there. So you've got the element that cuts in that detail with a cutting edge top and bottom, but there are gaps. If you just have a look at that cutting edge, you can see that the top here, there's a little bit missing at the top of the F, there's a bit missing at the top of the D, and then the same. And these are the anchor points that keep it attached to your card. And then each one's got its own stamp with it to complement your chosen word. So let's just pop that one out of there.
Just to say, Jan, as well, they are available all individually, and they're on a 2 for £15 or $20.
Excellent.
If you wanted to just stretch to a couple of them.
Yes, if you just wanted to sort of have a dabble.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
A bit of a dibble-dabble. The best way to get the best value, of course, though, is to go for the whole collection. Everyone thus far in this show going for the whole collection. Busy again on this, as it was when we launched it. There is a craft along with myself and the fish coming up on the 10th of the June? 10th of the June?
The 10th
of the June. Me and the fish, 10th of June.
The fish.
Me and Debbie Fisher,
Bless
yeah, make sure you join us both for that. I haven't seen her for ages.
I've not seen Debbie for a while now. In fact, I was saying earlier, I've not seen a lot of the team for a while. We're like ships that pass in the night. So all I've done here is position it. I've just taken a piece of that stamping card again, my all-purpose card. Literally just taken a piece of that. This is going to be the front. We're going to make an easel card with this one. And I've just brought it down about just under an inch from the top there, and I'm just looking at each side to try and get it as centered as I can, and then pop your tape in the center, because this is going to be the waist in the middle, so you've not got to worry about whether that tape's going to catch. And then take your plates again. It's a normal thin metal die, so literally we're going to pop it on there with our plastic, magnetic and top plate there, and we're just going to pop this through our Gemini. So let's just run that through there, and then I've actually popped together another piece of cardstock and scored it to make my actual easel part there. So the bit that I'm cutting now is going to be the front section. So just have, oops, I'm just saying just have a check. Here we go, look. I was just checking and the whole thing's just literally fallen away. So because we've taped it in the centre there, you get this piece come away relatively clean. You don't have to worry about it. There's just a couple of little bits that want popping out there. So let's just get rid of the plates there. We've done that bit. And then all we've got left here is where it's anchored into the card. You can just see here, I'm just going to take my craft knife here, and literally, if you want to use a ruler, you can. I'm just going to do it this way so that you can see. You're just going by eye? Just by eye. I'm literally going to join up those two edges, okay, and take this piece out. And then the same at this side, I'm literally just going to run my craft knife from one point to the next. Just be mindful when you're using the knives. It's not something I use a lot, but just be mindful when you've got there. And you can see there how we've got that beautiful detail. And I like it framed like that. Do you know, you want to what, sorry? I like it framed like that. Yeah, and I just love the fact that you've got the little dot for the eye, even encased in there as well. Absolutely beautiful. So I've just made a few mats and layers. Again, we've got a little bit of craft card backing, and then we've got some of the butterfly paper. So I'm going to take my tape pen, and we've made one for the bottom of the easel. So again, just to run this around the edge there, it's perfect for just adding those mats and layers. If you prefer the wet glue, I would be going for my Collal, just to pop this down. So again, I've just left a little border all the way around there. And then because this is an easel, we just want glue. So rather than working out where it's going to go on my front piece, I always put the glue on here. So on that bottom section there, we need to pop some tape, and that way I always remember not to put it on the whole section. And then again, I'm just going to line up those corners on each side, and we've got the idea of that easel coming along nicely. Okay, so again, a couple more mats and layers just to finish off the front there. So we've got one, whoops, for that bottom section, which is going to go on there. Very busy on these, as we knew they would be. Remember, Platinum members can pick up that. I think these are a staple again, Joe, aren't they? Yeah, they really are. Platinum members can pick up the whole collection, 44.74 or 61.54. Again, they're on a 2-4. They are individually. However you get hold of them, definitely do. I think they're one of those collections, once they sell out, we will no doubt be reordering these and carrying them a lot. I think so, yeah. But if you want to be in the first wave of people to get your hands on them, then I think this has to be the show for you. Which one's the most popular, Johnny, so far? Birthday is the most popular on its own so far at the moment. I think that's probably most usable, isn't it? So if you're going for that one, yes. If it's that one you've got your eye on, that one could be the first one to go. And when that goes, it means the whole collection will go. They'll all be available individually then. But if you want the whole set, I would definitely act sooner rather than later. So again, with this particular one, you get for an amazing, which goes with your friend. So I've just stamped that out on a little banner there. Okay, so I'm going to pop that on the top there, just with a bit of the double-sided tape. We're going to go for an amazing friend there. And then just out of one of my other sets, I've just got some little embellishments here that I'm going to decorate the front with, and then we're going to make the stopper. Because it's an easel card, we need something here to stop it moving. So I'm just going to grab my foam pads there, see what we've got in here. We've got a little bit of tape, that'll do. So again, just going to take a piece of this, because the one at the bottom needs to be raised up. I'm just going to pop it on some foam tape there. So we'll pop this one underneath. Just take that backing off there. And then this one's going to act as the stopper. And we're going to put that one at that side, like so. And then I'm going to bring in a little bit of the tape pen again. Just got the leaves that match it. Do you know, I'm trying to think which set this is from.
Oh.
I have that many different bits and pieces out on the desk.
I know where it's from, I just can't think about it.
Yeah.
It's not from Rose Gold, is it?
Maybe, yes.
Yeah.
I think you're right, Joe. As I say, I have that many different bits out on the desk that, oh, that'll do, that'll work with it, and away we go. So again, just a couple little bit of bits there just to decorate. And we've got the leaves at the bottom there. And if I spin that round for you now, you can see we've got that sort of easel design going on. But I just love the fact that you've got this design. Okay.
Amazing card, that one, Jan.
Fantastic.
Just showing you as well how quickly they do go together, these. You know, even something that's really effective hasn't really taken all that long, has it?
No, not at all. As I say, the work's been done for us in the design of the die. So that's all been worked out for us. It's literally just deciding what colour scheme you're going to do, what embellishments you're going to put with it, which paper pad are you going to use. I mean, you could actually use this in conjunction with your garden party if you've gone for both of them. And you could actually decorate, you know, the connecting dies with all that lovely garden party goodness that we've got in that collection. So yeah, mix and match them across the board.
Yeah, absolutely. Going to be such an awesome die set to work with. They are available individually and on the 2-4. All of you, barring a couple of you, going though for the full collection. You've got With Love in here, which is that one. They all come with the corresponding stamp as well. Good luck. We also have thanks. You've then got celebrate, thankful, congrats, as well as birthday, which is your favourite at the moment, and friend. They are all really usable, versatile, craftable sentiments, which I know you're going to get absolutely loads of use out of. Right, I need to take you to the Out of This World deal. Now, the great thing about the Out of This World deal is it is always at an Out of This World price, which is awesome. However, it only holds for 24 hours or whilst the stock lasts. 25% off is what you have got here. I'm going to take you through what you're getting. So you're going to get 5 even, sorry, I'm shortchanging you there, of the iconic buddy bags. Now the buddy bags are brilliant because they are designed for a whole host of different crafty uses. Now they've all got that hook and eye technology as well, so it means that these come apart. They are really sturdy too, and they've all got the different jobs. So you can see this one here, we've filled this with distress inks. I mean, that's going to be able to hold all of your adhesives if you want it to in there. There's lots of things you can do with them. It'll also hold dies and stamps, even things like your punches and tools will go into there. This one here is Terry. Terry's brilliant because Terry's got side flaps, a front flap, and she's got a back flap as well. I know. So pop that one down there, and then what you can do is roll that over and pop her front flap onto her back flap, and you can see, good to go. It's like a little project bag there, Jan. And not only will it hold all of your regular size markers, she's capacious enough to even hold a tri-blend, which I just think is wonderful. So a really good little project bag if you're taking some of your pens away with you. This one here, oh, she's a mucky pup, this one. Barbara, oh, she had a bit of an accident, Barbara. I think it was an accident involving some alcohol inks today. So, I mean, Adam's was giving Barbara a good old scrub for ages with some hand sanitizer earlier. Most of it's come up, but I mean, she's not at her best. But what you've got in here is the ability to store different things. So you could put ink pads in here again. We've put alcohol inks in there. It's also gonna, you're right, it's also gonna be great for holding all your drops. It's also wonderful as well for smaller projects too. So you've got like 5x7 projects. I'm sure actually you could even get your 5x7 embossing folders in there if you wanted to. Again, great for flat punches, markers and sprays. This one here is Sue. Now, Sue is great because Sue opens all the way up, which I think is fantastic. So again, great for storing a whole host of things. We've got some aqua markers in here in their packaging as well, just to show you how big that is. Again, the joy with these is that they do stand up on their fronts. This is also really good, this one, for things like ribbons. So if you want to have ribbon in here and just have that side flap open, you can actually have all of your ribbon coming out of there, and then you're able to transport that nice and easily. And then also this one here, I always forget this lady's name. It is Gail. Now Gail, she's looking a bit sparse, Gail, isn't she? Not filled to capacity, but perfect for stone drops, gem drops, glossy accents, all of those kind of things. Great as well as a cupboard organiser. I'm thinking, how often when you want to get some spices out of the cupboard, Jan, is a spice that you want at the back of the cupboard. Pop your spices in here, a few of these side by side, and then you just pull them in and out as you need them. It saves you rummaging around in your drawers trying to find the right, No. Absolutely, trying to find something spicy like your paprika or your, chili powder or something. It's all there sorted out for you, which is awesome. You get all 5 of them, and they are on a brilliant deal as well. Charlotte just said she needs to go to bed. I'm not sure why. $20 or $30 if you want to get your hands on those. We've also got a great Explorers deal for you as well, which is fantastic. $28.66 or $41.55 gets you these, which is your Magical Wishes Over the Edge Explorer kit. What you're doing is you're getting the Magical Wishes stamps and dies for free, and they're an over the edge, so you can either have them popping up out of your card, or you can cut into the side a little bit like an Edgeable. They are brilliant. You also get rocker blocks, tricolours, an ink pad, and some cardstock in there as well. So a great deal there. 15 sheets of the watercolour card included in that one, which is amazing. Right, we're going to go back to Garden Party, I believe. Let me just move these ladies out of the way. Going down to the craft block, there we are. Half the stock, I'm back, don't I? Half the stock of the Garden Party Complete Collection has... Oh, dear. That is so close, isn't it? I'll just give you a quick flick through the paper pad as well. I'll take you back through the full collection in a few minutes. But again, it really sets the tone for how awesome this is. I love how it's kind of like we're having a party, everyone's coming over, / the secret garden. It's like sort of combination of the two. Which I love. Very whimsical, also quite classy as well. I love that you've got the bird cage, the parasol, the teacups running through, and a really gorgeous summer palette of colours in there. This is included, of course, with everything else, and it is an absolute whopper of a collection. You have got stencils, edgeables, you've got in here also the rosette die, 3 different paper pads, stencils, stamps and dies. There is loads and loads in here. The value's amazing. Everyone's going to get free postage and packaging and free shipping and handling. How are we doing on the stock, Johnny? Over half now of the big collection has gone. Approaching 3/4 of the paper pads individually sold out. A lot of you going for the big collection, then adding multiples to the paper pads in there, because you know what it's like with these Sarah Signature collections. We produce them, they are a limited edition. It's a one-time offer. When they're gone, they are gone. And the thing is, we will keep bringing it back to you, but every time we bring it back, we'll bring it back less and less. And that'll get to something like vintage lace, where I think we've got 1 die left from vintage lace, and that is it. So if you want to own the whole collection, why wouldn't you when it's this fabulous? I'd say if you didn't get it yesterday, grab it now in this show. Go back and watch the 2 hours from yesterday's launch day back. You've got the demonstrations in this show to inspire you, and you've got that upcoming craft salon on the 12th of June with myself and Debbie Robinson as well. So we're really going to hold your hand every step of the way. But I know Jan's got even more she wants to share with us on this.
I am. I'm going to use that lovely Pennant this time. So I'm just going to show you how this one cuts out, because there is so much metal in here for the money. It really is. And I've just chosen, I'm going to work in that sort of that gorgeous green with the lilac. And I've chosen, let me just show you which paper we've got in this one. We have got...
Michelle on Knits Fusion says, tell Barbara we all have accidents. She shouldn't be embarrassed.
Brilliant. So yeah, I've gone with this one, and I just love the combination of the lilac and that lovely sort of apple green together. But again, when you look at them, there's so many different, there's something going on in the background. You've got the polka dots overlaid, got that lovely little bird cage here with the butterflies. You can see the lace doilies keep creeping into the design. Absolutely gorgeous. When you look again, little snippets of the text just popping out in the background. It really is. It's almost like doing those layering techniques, like if you were watching earlier when I did the journal page. It's like doing all that, but it's done for you, ready to use in that beautiful colour palette. So again, I've taken some of that. I've used some of it on the project. This is just a scrap that's left over. And what I'm going to do, this comes in 2 pieces. So the outside piece, I'm going to cut out of the green there, and then the inside piece, you know, you might just want to use this as your banner. You might want to cut some of these out. They'd look fantastic. I'm just thinking some of those gorgeous alphabets. We've got all the different style alphabets to actually spell out a name if it's a birthday party or something like that. Or you might want to use this one on its own. But the idea is that these are just the right size to layer up and sit inside each other. So I'm just going to pop those through to show you what they look like die cut. I've actually got one that I've popped together ready. So let me just grab those plates again. And again, we're just going to pop, these should both fit side by side on so. And then again, just thin metal dies. Turn my plates around so that we've got good housekeeping going on. Whoops, move that one out of the way. And then just pass those through the Gemini. Now we're going to make a little bit of home decor with this one this time rather than a card. I love being able to translate these collections into home decor. So again, let's just take this out of here. Whoops, stuck to my, there we go. So that one out, that one out. And again, you know, pieces are gone. I think the dies are just getting better and better, to be honest.
And especially when you use them through our Gemini as well. I mean, the two are a match made in heaven, aren't they?
Literally, all the bits just fall out when you take them out of the machine. So just pop that one back on there. Whoops, I've got bits of dots everywhere. We'll get rid of those in a second. I have a really bad habit of throwing away the papers and realising I've still got my die attached to it.
Oh no.
And then again, the rest of this...
Do you have to go do a bit of bin diving after
Sometimes I have done a bit of bin diving, yes.
Oh, it's the worst,
I thought, oh my
isn't
goodness,
it?
it's the same when you throw your yoghurt pot away and forget to take the spoon out of the yoghurt pot and it goes in the bin. So many teaspoons I've lost doing that. But again, if you want to actually build this
visions of Jan with a rubbish and a metal detector going through trying to find the
terrible,
teaspoon.
honestly. But again, you've got the layers. If you wanted to layer this up a bit further, you can see how that fits perfectly inside there. But again, you've got, you know, you could just use this piece on its own. It doesn't have an internal cutting edge, so it's going to keep the solid in the centre. But we've also given you that cutting edge if you want it, but put a little bit of extra detail on so you can cut them together. And then again, we've taken the inside circle, so if you wanted to make this into a frame, you can actually put the inside one in and you've got the whole piece cut out. It may be that you use that inside one with the larger one to make yourself a frame. So many, to say that it's just a, you know, a small sort of area. There are so many different ways. And then you've got all the gorgeous little embellishments again, which are beautiful. So I've actually used, I think this is going to become a favourite. The little piece here has got the butterfly and the flower fitted on it together. And again, just look. These are just cut out of some silver mirror card, and I think that is going to be a go-to one. In fact, it might not even stay in the packet because I think as an embellishment, these are gorgeous just for filling in those extra bits. So we've got some pieces cut already. I've actually done the pennant. I did it on the green background here. I've actually done it on a piece of the card here and just popped it together again. I've just inked the edge of it again just to define that edge and picked a piece of paper, although I think we're going to end up covering this bit up, but just to show you what they look like. So whichever way you do it, you've got that idea of layering them up. So for this one then, we've got something a little bit different. I've actually got like a 2-part system that's going to make me like a shadow box frame. Nice. So I've got the box at the bottom, which is going to go together to make my actual box, which is about 1 inch deep. And then this piece is going to sit over the top to make like that shadow box frame. So let me just have a think where we've got to with it. I think we can actually stick this together. I didn't stick it together so I could show you how it worked. So what I'm going to do then, I've put tape on the inside of the tabs because these are going to go round the back of the side panel so that when it's put together, you can't see these. So if I put them on the inside, you'd be able to see them inside the box. So I'm literally going to pop these around the outside and just stick them together as if you were making an ordinary box. So that's the first part of it. Awesome.
There. You know, you're talking about things going in the bin, Jan.
Yeah.
Reminds me of my friend couldn't find his expensive sunglasses, lives in like a big communal block of, a big block of flats with communal bin areas.
Yeah.
All day spent tracing back where he'd been, where those glasses were, what happened, and he deduced that the only place they could be was in the big bin. Communal dumpster, which was downstairs in the bin room.
Oh, wow.
Because he'd been down in the day, threw something into the bin, and then remembered also looking into the bin as well before he left it. And he just remembered they were on his head. So he had to go down and he had to get in and unload the bin or the dumpster, and he found them. They were in there.
Wow.
But imagine that. That's commitment to really knowing where you've lost something. To get in and unload everyone else's rubbish.
My husband once did that, but wasn't so lucky because we'd gone to the fuel station to put some fuel in the car before we set off. Put his sunglasses on top of the car while he was putting the fuel in. Went to pay for the fuel, come back, got in the car, drove off, looking all over for the glasses, which were long gone because they'd fallen off the top of the car,
I went through a stage where on a couple of cars I lost the petrol cap, Jan,
Oh.
because I would take the petrol cap off, I'd either put it on the top of the car. I lost one by putting it on the top of the car, or I also lost one by putting it on the pump, and then get home and there's no petrol cap. Not good.
So what I've got here then is I've actually created my frame and I've decorated it with some of that green pearl card and strips of the pattern paper. So all these pieces have come out of one 12 by 12 sheet. And then I've left just a section on the inside that's about 3/4 of an inch and scored it so that these fold inside. And what I'm going to do is actually pop these on the inside of the box. So I literally want to line up my box with that piece there and tuck it over the edge, and I've just put some red line tape on there ready just to make it a bit easier. Now you might say, well, you said not to put things on the inside because it's going to look a mess. So what I've done is I've actually created some strips that we're going to stick inside. So just to make that, tidy that up a little bit. So again, we're going to do the same on this side. Just line up that piece that we've kept with the box there. Just tuck it on the inside. And then I'm just going to push it in and seal it down that inside edge.
Nice.
And then the same, once you've got one side stuck, the others become easier to manipulate into place. So you can see there now, we've got that lovely kind of shadow box effect so we can decorate inside. So again, I'm just going to pop these on with a little bit of Collal glue just to trim that inside up and make it all look, because it's going to be a piece of home decor, you want that finished effect. So I've just cut these the right size, and by using the Collal I can just wriggle those into place and not have to worry too much about where it's going to stick. If you use your tape pen, then obviously you've got that instant grab, the same as with the red line tape. So for something like this, that was lucky that it fell the right way up there, wasn't it? It's like when you drop the things with the sauce on, it always lands sauce size down, doesn't it?
5-second rule, Jan.
Yeah.
5-second rule, it's all right. And the good thing is if it lands sauce side down, you scrape the sauce off, just reapply the sauce, and it's good as new then. the only bit that touched the floor, you've scraped it off, so.
Yeah. So we're just going to pop those, as I say, around the inside there, just wriggle them into place. Covers up where that glue tab's stuck down. And again, it's just adding to that decor, and then we're going to build up the inside with some elements from that kit again. So I've used loads of different elements in this. I was sat there thinking, if you tried really hard, could you use them all in one project? But I did actually use quite a bit. We've got the paper pad and the card pad going on there. So again, you can just see that on its own, you've got a really nice sort of piece coming along there, just with that design in the back. You wouldn't really need to do an awful lot more. How gorgeous would that look with some of your foam flowers just clustered inside? It's something like that. And then what I've done is I've put some foam on the back of the piece, the pennant there. So we're going to put that in the centre, which, as I say, is a shame because it's going to cover some of that beautiful paper, but you've got to make a sacrifice somewhere. So just take that one off there, and then we're going to lay this one in the centre there.
A lot of people asking if you'll put the measurements of the shadow box online after the show.
I will, yes.
Awesome,
yeah.
Brilliant, thank you for that. And where can we find you?
It may be tomorrow,
okay.
Because obviously I'm not home while late tonight, but Jan Brown, Crafter's Companion on Facebook,
Perfect.
You'll find me. I'll put them on Instagram as well. I'm also on Instagram, so we've got that on there.
Wonderful.
So in the rest of the collection then, you've got all these different elements to work with. So this one, I know Sarah was saying yesterday, become a bit of a favourite. You've actually got the stamp set with those gorgeous dainty lace elements in, and the parasol, you can see where it's got the ink on there that I've been playing with this one. And you get the matching dies to cut all the pieces out. So what I actually did was stamp out my parasol onto some purple cardstock, yeah, and die cut it with the die. And then I've re-stamped the actual detail onto some scrap of the green card and overlaid it. So what it's done, it's almost given me like a little border of the purple with that lovely patterning inside. And that bit's going to go onto our focal point there. And then again, just for those that weren't watching at the top of the show, I've actually got the rosette again there. So I'm just going to keep this last one to show you again. So what I've done is I've cut it 4 times, and that's come from our rosette die here. So literally you get the panel here to cut this piece, and that puts all the score lines in for you, and then the little circle to actually make your piece for the centre. And I normally cut a spare one to go on the back as well. I like to put one front and back to make sure it's sealed. So what we're going to do then is literally use those score lines to fold concertina. So we're going to do 1 up, 1 down, 1 up, 1 down until we get to the end. And because it's scored for you, you know exactly where that needs to be.
And you can use this, Jan, with anything really, I'm guessing. Any cardstock you already have.
Any cardstock
you
in
can make
your
rosettes
kit.
for all the other Sarah
any of the
signatures,
paper pads.
all the other Nature's Gardens that you own, all
Yeah.
the paper pads you own. It's going to be a die that you get so much use out. Might even be worth having a couple of these, do you not think? If
Quite
you wanted to make a
possibly,
few.
because then you could actually cut more of them, because you need, I would say, a minimum of 3. I like to use 4 to get that nice full rosette. And what I would suggest is that you do 2 of the pieces, and you start with a little mountain fold. So when I tip it this way, you can see that the first one is a mountain fold. So do 2 of them like that, and then do 2 of them that start with the valley fold. So you want 2 opposites, all right? And then I've put tape on the ends of the valley fold ones. And what you'll find this way is that they marry up totally, because you're going to put the mountain over the valley and literally create 1 piece out of 2. Does that make sense? So that your concertina carries on in the right place.
Absolutely.
Okay? And then bring all the way around from the other end. Take the tape off, and I find that the red line tape works brilliantly for this, because if you use a wet glue, you're going to have to start pegging it together and waiting for it to dry, whereas the red line, you've got that instant grab. So again, I've got a valley at this side here, and I've got my mountain. So they just lock together beautifully. Because it's been die cut, they're exactly the same size. And again, you've got that continuation of your concertina. So you end up with your piece that looks like this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop it face down and then literally turn it so that the back of it, the outside of it is on like facing me now.
Yep.
And then I'm going to bring it all in together until you've got that little tiny hole in the centre. Hold it there, and as I say, your glue gun for this is the best thing that I can recommend for this. So just take your fingers back a wee bit, Jan, so that you don't get glue on them. Pop a nice, decent size amount of glue. Oh, I'm running out of glue.
Oh dear. You'll have to put the second one in with your teeth like Sarah did yesterday.
I know, she was funny, wasn't she? I was sat watching her at home. And then I'm going to pop this one on the back there.
If you want to get a hold of the hot gun glue,
that's because I've not got enough glue on. Look, just let me get another.
If you want to get a hold of that hot gun glue holder, you can. That's not easy to say. A lot of people talking about bin diving, and a lot of people talking about bin diving and losing things. Michelle Nitsu said her daughter left her retainer on the lunch tray at school and then emptied the lunch tray into the bin. Wasn't the happiest of girls going in to get that out. Rebecca says, oh, Jan, I did that with my phone, but was lucky that it was still there when I got home. being
Oh,
on top
yeah,
of your
very
on top of your
lucky.
car. Who else we got chatting away? Pamela says, I lost £100 over a year ago. I lost my wedding and engagement rings. Tore through every trash bag, in and outside. Cried loads. Had my hubby buy a fake set for $100, only to then find them 3 months later.
Oh, no.
At least you found them. Sarah Schaefer says, Jan, my husband did the same thing, except it was his wallet, and he
Oh,
set it on the
heavens.
back bumper and forgot to take it off. We were 30 miles down the road when we realised.
Oh, heavens
We retraced
above.
our steps and found the wallet in the middle of the road with the stuff that was inside strewn all over the road.
Oh, at least that's
Talk
lucky
about
to
lucky.
find it, though. Yeah.
And this one made me laugh. Molly Hannah said, I dropped my keys in the church dumpster when I was taking out the trash. It was late at night, could barely see. It was really gunky in the bottom of the dumpster, but finally got them out with a stick.
Oh, bless. Honestly, you get some right looks, wouldn't you? Yeah.
Funny, eh?
So yeah, there just wasn't quite enough glue on it before. So again, turn it over to the front then. And then, as I say, because there's the little hole in the centre, I like to actually push that hot glue right into the middle there. And then make sure you've got plenty on the front. And then I've cut the circle again and just covered it with some of the pattern paper. And that one's going to sit on the front. And again, just hold it until that glue sets, until it cures. And then you know that you've got everything in the right place. And I just think these are such a nice embellishment. I mean, if you're putting them on the cards like we did when we made the first one here, obviously you created some depth to your card. So this is a perfect opportunity to either make an envelope box for it or to make a decorated box to pop it in. There'd be ones that you hand giving to people. It's not going to go in the mail. So again, I think it's a case of choosing what's appropriate. So what we've got going on here then, I'm going to pop a little bit of hot glue behind here. You could use your 3D glue gel, you could use your foam pads, just because I've got the glue gun out there. Do you know, it's misbehaving. I can see where Sarah was at yesterday. What's happening?
The glue gun is?
Yeah, there we go. And literally pop that one in the centre of the design there. And unfortunately, we are going to cover that little butterfly up. If you get any of the stringy bits, I know a lot of people don't like using a glue gun because of the little hairy stringy bits, but just a top tip when you're all finished, if you just literally go over it with your non-existent heat
Just
tool,
pretend to give it a blast with the heat
it
tool.
literally just melts all the little glue bits there. Okay, and then out of the, I tell you, I was using as many bits as I could out of here. I've also got the Celebrate. And again, in here, you get the outside piece, so you get the matte, okay, and then you get the wording as well. So I pop that together on a piece of the lilac there with white writing, just to pick up the white from the outside of the frame. So we're going to have this bit along the bottom, and I think, if I remember rightly, yeah, we popped a bit of tape on there. So that one's going to stick across the bottom there to Celebrate. And then we're going to have the rosette up on that top corner, just like so. And then I've got those extra little embellishments. And we're just going to pop, I'm going to use because these are so tiny, I'm just going to use my wet glue for those. So we've got one there.
Little birdie tells me it's a double Jan Sunday this Sunday, Jan.
It is, yes. I'm back on Sunday. I have got the foil press with me on Sunday, which I haven't done for a very long time. Really looking forward to that. And again, I'm going to be bringing something a bit different to the table. You know me. It's like our Craig showed you recently how to use the foil press as it was designed, sort of thing. But you know me, I'm going to show you what else you could do with it. I'm a bit gutted because
I've got a foil press shirt now.
Oh,
but it would
yes,
have been my first outing.
That.
It's blue.
It's blue, yes, I remember you saying. So again, we're just going to pop those on as that last little bit of decoration there. And then along with that butterfly die, you get the little tiny weeny flowers with it as well. So I thought it would look nice just as one. I'm not going to put, or shall I put all three? Oh dear, let's have a look. Got a bit of tape on the back of there, look, honestly. How much prep does one do? So again, these I thought would look nice just as an extra decoration. Nice. I might just have the one on there. You could put one on each of the flowers. But again, just to give you something that's a little bit more of a showpiece as far as home decor is concerned, rather than the card. You know, there's lots more bits of the collection, because I did wonder about using the teapot and the cups.
Yeah.
But calm down, Jan. You know, you can't use every bit of the collection on one project. So that's where I ended up. So yes, I will actually sort out the frame details, and I will try my best over the next couple of days to pop that on social media for you, so you can have a go with it. And then you can always look back at this demo to see how it went together.
Awesome.
Okay.
Rhonda's sharing a funny story. This is something, I'll tell you Rhonda's story, I'll quickly tell you mine. Rhonda says, left my keys in the outside of the door overnight, and my neighbour rang the doorbell next morning and handed them to me. Oh. Hey Robbers, come on in. Do you want to know what was even better than that? I did the same. I lived, my old housemate Stacey, we lived pretty much on a main road with a tiny little drive. So in full view, I actually got back from work late, opened the door, and then I think the dog must have rushed to me, so I sort of got preoccupied with the dog. Closed the door. Not only did it have the keys to the house on it, on the main road, it also had the car keys attached to it as well, with a Mini that was parked right in front of it.
Drive. Oh,
and
no.
I only realised the next morning when I went to go to the shops and I couldn't find the keys anywhere. And I was like, where are they? All night in the door. How scary is that?
That is scary, yes.
Could have ended very badly. Imagine trying to explain that to the insurance when the car's gone. He said, well, actually, I left the keys in the front door on the main road by the car.
I just left a big sign on the car, please take me.
Oh, can you imagine? They definitely wouldn't have paid me out. Right, I want to just quickly run you back through the collection, because it is an adorable collection. So many awesome elements to it. 60% of the big collection now has gone. I don't know whether this will be the last time you get to see this air as a full collection, but it is really busy now at the moment. So that's your paper pad that you're getting. You get that in the 12x12 I've just shared with you, and also the 6x6 size. You've then got your double-sided, delicious pearlescent cardstock here as well. 24 sheets of that being in the 12x12, 250 GSM. Then I want to take you on to the next elements, because what we've got here is that banner that you've just seen. I think this is awesome. Unlike anything we've seen before, really great for bunting, really wonderful for a focal image. Tags look great, created from that as well. Then the two main images that sort of carry through the collection are these, the teacups that you've got here, and then also that parasol there. That continues as well into the stamps and dies that we then have for you. So you can see you've got your cup, your tea, your teacup, your teapot, you've got your cakes in there as well. But then we come through into the dainty lace, which has the parasol in there, you've got the corners and all of those awesome bits. The bird cage as well, that pulls through to the designs that are there in the paper pad. What you've got is the stamps for these, and then the dies to cut them out. I've seen some projects with this heat embossed, and it looks absolutely sensational, I must say. The next element we've got for you is this, and first time that we've done these in a Sarah Signature collection, it is some of our layering floral stamps for you, which are beautiful, really fit that garden party brief really well. We then have the Happy Summertime, which is a very, very useful set of stamps, because you've got ordinals, numbers, you've got sentiments in there too. Love this as well, because yes, we've done creative cards before. This one though, a little bit of an unusual size at 4 inches, and what you can do is there's multiple points of this that are designed to be snipped into. So you could snip this floral out here, just have this part. I mean, you could absolutely paper piece those elements in. It's all about giving you maximum craftability in every single element of the collection. It is a bumper collection for you as well. I love the oversized sentiments. They have the matte layer in there for you. You've then got your two stencils. You've got your delicate doily, which is this one here, and your traditional lace. Now the traditional lace is like 4 different stencils in one. Use them together or use them individually. That rosette is fantastic. Now remember, yes, you're going to use a rosette. With this collection, you're going to use it for pretty much any other collection or paper pad or type of cardstock that you have. But then we have those two awesome edgeables that are kind of like they're giving you that double-sided feel of an edgeable, but with just a removable edge. So they fully cut out, and then you have that leading edge that you're able to pop around there too. It's a beautiful collection. It's exceptionally busy at the moment, as it was when we launched it. I know that you're going to absolutely love crafting with this. If you are a Platinum member, regardless of whether you're a Platinum member or not, everyone's going to get free postage and packaging in the UK, free shipping and handling in the US, which is awesome. It's £100 or $144 for Platinum members, saving you £75 or $82, which is awesome. It launched yesterday. It was exceptionally busy. It continues to be now. Lots of you with this in your baskets. What I'm going to do is give you an opportunity to check out. So whilst you do that, here's how you can watch and shop at the same time.
Hi, I'm Sarah from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can get the best deals and shop while you watch during our shows. The best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. So head over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV Home, where you can see all of our shows, plus exclusive offers, and even shop while you watch. Now, if you want to get involved and comment along, you can head on over to our community pages. Come say hello, ask us some questions and chat along live with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even airplay our shows direct onto your big screen or stream us live through YouTube. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easy to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95 and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members, who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you, and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Very busy in the show. They've got another great bin diving story for you, Jan. Loving these this evening. Molly says, my mum accidentally left a can of tuna in the grocery bag by accident, then put the trash in it, took the trash to the dumpster, realised later what was happened, went to the dumpster to get it. As she was rooting around in the trash, someone asked her what she was looking for, and she said, dinner. Oh dear, that's funny. Absolutely, it's Panda Crafts. I had a dream the other night. I was in the car, didn't know where the key was, and it was in the door on the outside. Now they say every dream means something, don't they, Jan? So
yes, so one of my girls is actually quite big on sort of interpreting dreams, and sometimes some of the things they come up with, it's like if you Google your dreams, there's all sorts of weird stories. Really, I have weird dreams that I can't make head and a tail of. No sense of them whatsoever.
I mean, I've had a few recently that I'll need therapy to get over, I think. Pamela Evans says, I'm really excited for this collection. It's my second favourite after Sarah's vintage diary. Joanne says, one word, wow. Again, a stunning piece of work there from Jan. Sue says, just beautiful, absolutely love it. And Candice loving that as well. Lots and lots of love for everything Jan's done. It's been a fabulous show so far. I want to remind you again of the apron and the mixer, because 2/3 now of the stock of these has sold out and gone. So this is what you're getting. You've got 29 elements within there. You've got the dies and also the stamps in there to enable you to make these absolutely gorgeous projects. They work well as toppers. They also work well as a card concept. They are brilliant for more masculine themes of cards as well. So you can see Kitchen Queen, that would be mine. Then you've also got DIY King. That would not be mine, Jan. Absolutely not.
You do make me chuckle, Joe.
This one here is that mixer. Now, I love this. I think as a concept, as a side opening card, or as a, well, it couldn't be a side opening card, because I keep saying that. You'd struggle, wouldn't you? Unless you cut two together and scored it at the back. So
yes, just to make that little fold, like we sometimes...
I do watch sometimes, you see, I do. Yeah. I am listening. And then I also love the idea of doing it like this, as Craig did in the wake-up call this morning, and popping it onto an 8x8 card as a topper.
You could do that with the apron as well, couldn't you, just as a topper,
Absolutely. Do grab them. As a Platinum member, it's just it's a kind of buy one, get one half price situation for you. 50 bonus points on there as well. We only brought these back because you guys have requested them so much. They are back in stock. We did have a good stock, however 2/3 of that stock has gone. This is the first full show to feature them, and I think it will be the last as well. It's very, very busy. If you're watching on catch up, I would urge you to check the website to see what the current stock situation is at the minute, because it is very, very busy out there. Karen says, "Oh, me iPad's having a senior moment again.
Is it?
You know, it's been doing it all day. Yeah, it's just not playing ball." I had a hilarious comment from Karen ready to go. Then I'll come back to that, Karen. Don't you worry. Something else that have been very busy. We seem to have been. We had a right week of launches last week, didn't we? It was one after the other. They came thick and fast last week, and these are your abstract shape creator cards. I love these. Do you know why I love them? They give you a lot of opportunity to craft.
Oh, I love it. I love it. An opportunity.
It's not a joke, Johnny, just a fact. Not a joke, just a fact. Opportunity, yeah.
Yep.
Do you think it's a good one, Jan?
I love it. I love it.
Brilliant.
I'm going to bring these back on Sunday with the foil press, Joe.
Well, I hope so, if we have stock.
Yes.
And there's a craft along on the 31st with Craig as well, which is this Monday. But look at them, they are gorgeous. You've got the heart in there, you've got the balloons, the stars. I think they are great. And of course, a lot of opportunity to craft. Crafting in the aperture. You get it, don't you? You all get it, right. Okay. Well, I'm not sure you get it because you're just a bit down about it, Johnny. I feel like if you really got it, you'd be as excited as Jan is about it. But obviously not. Okay. Jan's never heard it before, apparently. You're saying my jokes are wearing thin, Johnny? Is that what you're saying? Anyway, less of this bickering, please, Johnny. If you want to go for these, you can. I looked down at my notes here, Jan, and I had to look up and double check because I was expecting kind of like $54.99 for the whole collection.
Crazy, isn't it?
It is a brilliant price.
Very affordable.
Well, $59.94 is the usual price on these. Worth every single penny of that. $65.70 in the US. However, $39.95 or $54.75. Platinum members can get them for £31 and change or $43 and change. Any two of them for $14.50 or $20. So however you want to get hold of them, just do. I think they're awesome, Jan.
Yeah, they are, again, another really sort of good all-round sort of die set. And again, you know, we're just going to show you one element of it. I wish I had much more time to go through lots of ideas. You've heard me talk about the pad at the side of the bed because I wake up in the middle of the night and think, oh, I could do such and such
writing
with it.
pad.
And I had to write it down, Joe. Otherwise, in the morning, I'd be thinking, what on earth was that idea I had in the night? No, I've been known to make sketches in the middle of in the dark, just feeling where the pad is at the side of the bed and sketching something out because this idea's popped in. I think this is why I'm so tired when I wake up the next morning.
I've started writing my dreams down in the morning when I wake up because I find I remember them for about 20 minutes and then they're gone.
Yeah.
And
I know lots of people that do that actually. Yeah, dream diary.
I'll send them over. You can get your daughter to interpret them for me.
You might not like it.
I think that's a foregone conclusion.
Right, so we're going to have a go then with these stamp and die sets, and I'm going to use the Star of Stars one. So again, you get a beautiful detail on here with all the different size elements, depending on what your shape is. So obviously the star's got stars in, the heart's got hearts in, etc. But there is no external cutting edge on the die. So this means they're going to create your aperture, as Joe keeps saying. Oops, it's stuck on there well. All right, so literally I'm going to grab a piece of design paper for this one and we're literally going to pop our star in the centre.
Oh, where's that paper from, Jan?
It's actually from that Nativity one, yes.
Ah.
I just love the colours on it. I love that turquoise shading through.
Would never know it was a Christmas paper.
No, not at all. And I mean, this is something that, you know, you could do with your inks and then just foil across the bottom of it. But I just thought with the paper there, it's already done. So we're literally just going to pop that on here in the centre and we're going to make this into a shaker card, Joe. I love a little shaker.
Oh, love a
so
shaker
again,
card.
let's get those plates out again. So everything I've done tonight has fit on those junior plates. So again, that's something worth thinking about. These will fit through your MIDI, all dependent on what size project you're working on, of course. Sometimes I put the larger Gemini out so that I've got that scope to work on a larger piece of card if I need to, but all the actual die elements, and I would think pretty much everything in the signature collection would fit through there as well. So let's just take, whoops, that one off there, and you get all those little stars as well as, look at these. I'd be saving all these as well for
Nice.
confetti. If we're making a shaker card, you could actually put some of those back in. So let's just get rid of the plates again and get rid of those extra bits out of there. And you can see, let's just pop that over the white there. This is what you get. You get that lovely aperture with the defined shape made up of all those little shapes inside. I think it's a really clever idea the way it's been laid out to actually create the star shape or the heart or the balloon or whatever it is that you're looking at. But it's made of all those little intricate stars inside it. So what we're actually going to do then is we're going to take, I've got a piece of acetate with some tape on, and we're going to put this on the back to make a window there. So let's just take the tape off here. If I work on the back of this one, you can see what I'm doing there. Just to take that red line off. And again, with acetate, I find the red line tape works as well as anything. But I just want to cover the back of that aperture so that it's sealed, so that when we put it to make the shaker card, we know that that's not going to let anything escape. And then I've taken some glitter card with another piece behind it there and just left enough to make a border. So all we need to add to that then is some foam tape, which I think I've got, yeah, in here. So literally what I'm going to do on the back of this one, we'll go right the way around. You can go around the edge of the star if you wish, but just for demo purposes, I'm just going to create a square around it. So at home you could take a lot more time. Doing it the way I'm doing it here, you get sort of your shaker pieces allowed to move around further. Whereas if you just went round the edge of the star, it contains those shaker pieces into the area that you've got your aperture. This way they're going to go all the way in, but not to worry. So again, we're going to take, this is where we have the fun. So let's just see if we can get the, here we go, look.
Very, very busy on these as well, Jan. Very busy
Again,
across everything you've seen this evening.
Some great concepts, as I say.
And some great value in this show as well.
Yeah, when I got the lineup for the show, I was just so excited. It's like, where do I start? Because I loved all the products. I mean, I do love most of the products that come out, but some of them are more fun to work with than others, I must admit. So again, I've got my shaker mix. I'm just going to cut the top off that for speed and see if we can get... Now, what I'm going to do is pop my shakers onto this bit here. All right, rather than trying to put them in this bit, and then you've got to get the back on and it be straight. It's
I guess
so
it's
easy
easier to get
do.
the top on, is it?
This way, it's easier to actually put the top. So just make sure all your shaker pieces are in the middle. This way, you can actually line up. Now, just because we're hitting glitter card there, I'm going to use a little bit of wet glue on the top of my foam, just so that it seeps into the glitter card and creates a really nice bond. So just all the way around on top of that, just using a bit of tacky glue there.
The name's Bond, Glitter Bond.
And then you can see now where to line this up to create your...
Tough crowd tonight, Jan.
They
honestly,
are, aren't
they
they?
really are a tough crowd
They
tonight.
are.
Opportunity,
There was
Bond,
no
Glitter
response
Bond.
there at all, was there?
Absolutely nothing in my ear there, no.
And then you can see all those lovely shaker pieces behind there. Okay, so again, just got a fairly plain card blank this time. We're looking at 5 3/4 square on that one. So again, we'll use a bit of wet glue because I've put it together as a shaker. And just cardstock to cardstock, so the collal all-purpose comes out every time. I constantly swapping around what glues I use. Got a bit giddy there. And we're going to pop this one, make sure it's the right way up, Jan. Card opens that way, and we're going to pop that one just with that little border.
You know, they say that it's upside down, it's an Australian card, Jan. First time I went to Australia, when all the cards open the same way, I felt like my whole life had been a lie up until that point. Honestly, I got there expecting them all to open that way, and they all open the same way as they do here. It turns out it was all just a lie.
It was. It's just a cover-up, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then again, in there, with your stamp set, you're going to get You're a Star, congratulations and happy birthday in this particular one, which, I mean, You're a Star is pretty relevant to this one, but the other two, if you're buying the whole set, you've got that mix and match option again. And I've just stamped that out. I think we'll put that at the bottom there. So again, we'll just make sure that the
Our
foam
social
pads-
media superstar appreciates the Bond glitter Bond joke, by the way.
Oh.
Amy says, crying laughing face at Bond glitter Bond, too funny joke. Thanks, Amy. Maybe you'd like to come work here as a producer, maybe, Amy. You know, maybe we'll have a vacancy. Charlotte says that you shouldn't encourage me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you know, my foam pads are letting me down at the 11th hour, Joe, and I think I've worked out what it is. Some of them have been in my bag such a long time that I think that's what's actually, they've got well sealed. So yeah, we're going to pop that one on some foam tape at the bottom there. And then just with that glue gun again, I've got a nice little bow that matches beautifully just to pop in that top corner there. So nice and simple with that one, just keeping it in position.
Awesome.
All right, we'll move all the bits out of the way, and then you can see there that we've got that lovely shaker
Brilliant.
going on
Absolutely
there
love
with
that,
the
Jan.
aperture.
I'll just run everyone back through
Okay.
the options there, or what they're getting, I should say. Would you mind grabbing your demos for the card of the show, Jan?
I will. I wondered what you were going to ask me to
Brilliant.
grab
So-
then, Joe.
Anyway, celebration cake
Moving on.
is the first one that you've got in here. Again, a lot of opportunity to craft with. I'm going to keep on with
I
it.
love it.
The celebration is this one here, celebration cake. Again, as Jan said, you can mix and match those stamps if you're going for the whole collection. I love this one, the foliage flurry, which is gorgeous. Then you've got the Star of Stars, Endless Love. We've also got the balloon bouquet and the Schmetterling wishes as well, those butterfly wishes in there. Absolutely awesome. You get all the dies, all the stamps. I think the price on them is amazing when you consider the amount of craftability you're going to get out of them. I absolutely love those. Do grab them as well right now. If you are a platinum member, $31.96 or $43.80. Amy says, haha, I'm on my way, Joe. I've got your back. 4 Holidays Design says, Amy is right. Joe, you are hilarious. I feel like the viewership is, our crafty friends are turning against you in the gallery. There's going to be an angry mob waiting for you outside, like that time when I tore that cardstock. Honestly, could barely get back to my car. Had to be escorted out by Jake. And then there was, the other time with card of the show gate, and was the presenters allowed to be entered into it. That was another time. I mean, it's mutiny in here sometimes. It really, really is. Anyway, should we do card of the show?
Shall we have a look then at what
before we
we've
get in
done
any more
so
trouble.
far? Yeah. So number one then, we started out with the garden party, and we looked at that gorgeous edging die and the rosette on there to complement those papers. So that was number one. Number two, we had a look at the connecting sentiments, and we made the easel card there with that friend die cut into the back of the card to make the easel. So that was number two. Number three, we went back to garden party and we made that lovely shadow box, that piece of home decor going on there with the little, just that little touch of silver. And then number four, we've just done the abstract shape dies there, cut into that card, and the little bit of shaker behind it. So that was number four.
Awesome.
Okie dokes.
Love that. So 1, 2, 3 or 4 is it? Get voting, make sure your vote counts. Facebook, Crafters TV, Crafters Companion across on YouTube. You've got 5 minutes. Don't call after 5 minutes because your vote may still be charged, but it may not count. I just always like saying that, Jan, because it makes me feel like I'm on ITV.
Yep.
Or, I feel like Anne and Deck together. Right, I've got a preview for you now, which is very exciting, and it is on some of the jigsaw dies that we've got for you. They are absolutely awesome. In here, what you're going to get is you're going to get 6 different designs in here. I'm going to take you through them. You're also going to get the sentiments in here as well, which are going to help you put these together. And I think they are gorgeous because, yes, you can make brilliant projects with them, but then detach them and they then become actual workable jigsaws in their own right. So these are the kind of things that you're able to do, whether you're printing pictures onto here. I think they are absolutely awesome. Love that one there. This one here is your star jigsaw. Then we've got the missing piece. Isn't that cute? This one here is your Schmetterling as well. You've got that one in there. And you've got the balloon in there too. So they're the 6 that you're getting. They're going to be launching Friday at 3 p.m. Awesome. Send that CV over, Amy. I'm in a very funny mood as we come towards the end of the evening this evening. I think Johnny must have been watching the football or something. Right. Make sure you join us for that incredible launch. Apparently that's not until next Saturday. I didn't even realise European Football Championships were starting this summer. We'll all be out in the square. I'll have my football shirt on. We'll be cheering away.
Oh,
Jan, do you get involved?
No, I'm not
on
a big
shirt and all
football
that?
fan. I'm not a big sport fan at all, to be honest. I used to watch the tennis quite a lot. I used to watch Wimbledon for years, but then time's just against me lately. I'm usually so busy that certain things on TV now.
We'll do in this country what we do every year. We'll win one game in the group stages of the European tournament, and then we'll all be convinced that football's coming home and we're going to win, and we will get to past the first. Then we'll probably draw the next one, lose the next one, scrape through into the knockout phase, and then be knocked out immediately, and the whole country will cry for weeks.
Oh, my
It happens
days.
every year.
And that's called fun.
Yeah. I do kind of like the sense of, it does bring everyone together. There's definitely a sense of togetherness for a few weeks though, whilst it's on, which is always good. And we got to semi-finals last time, which was always nice. I know I'm shocked by my own knowledge. It was so close that Amy had to recount twice, and it was number 1 was the card of the show.
Number
card,
one.
Number 1.
Beautiful.
I'm
So
coming
that was
over
the
to grab
card.
it.
Yep.
And then what we'll do is
I really thought that one would win. I must admit.
Yeah, me too.
Yep.
But no, pipped
That's
at the
all right
post.
because I get to take
You get
that
to take
one
it
home. Yeah, I can put it up on my shelf.
Right now then, this is going to be a bit more difficult because we have an honorary entry from this morning's show as well.
Do.
So I think it's still a foregone conclusion, to be completely fair. Number 1. Number 2. Oh, I need you to see all of it in its full glory. There you are. Number 2 or number 3. I'm going to show you them again because it's a very important decision. Number 1, number 2, or number 3. Don't mess it up is all I'll say. Vote now. Crafters TV over on Facebook. Crafters Companion across on YouTube. We are putting our faith in you as our crafty family. Please make the right choice. That's all I'm going to say. Oh! No! All right, Amy, maybe don't send that CV in after all. Amy's made a mistake. Amy's made a mistake. It was number 3, not number 1. She sent the wrong. She gave me the wrong.
Oh, right, so it was this
It was
one.
the box.
So I don't get to
You
take
don't-
it home.
Oh, you can have that one. There
All
you
right,
go.
thank you.
Oh, I'm so. I don't know why I'm
dear.
saying I'm sorry. It's not my fault. It's clearly Amy's
Oh,
fault.
bless her.
Anyway, don't worry, Amy. Happens to the rest of us. Charlotte just telling me how much she likes it when I just walk off like that. Right, we're going to go again then, because I mean this changes everything, doesn't it? Whew.
Oh, yes.
I mean, here we go. Right, okay. Number 1. Number 2.
Number 2. That looks as if it wants flattening out, doesn't it? It's curled with the heat in the studio. It's curling.
Imagine
up a
it's
little
flat.
bit.
Number 2. Or number 3.
Ooh.
So it's going to be a tight one, this.
It is,
Number
isn't it?
1.
Number 1.
Craig doesn't stand a chance, I'm afraid. Number 2
Oh, bless him.
or number 3. Let me know. That is... Oh, I read it wrong. I read it wrong. Wasn't Amy? Yeah, it clearly says here. Where she says it was so close with number 1, I had to count it twice. Number 3 won, and then I read number 1. Anyway, 1, 2, or 3. I mean,
just can't get the stuff.
I could get a job as like a counting marshal at the next, in the polling station at the next general election. Probably not.
Amy.
Oh, sorry, Amy. Actually, yeah, send the CV then in that case.
Yeah, get it back in the post.
Get it back in the post. Right, Jan, I know
Should be
you've
at the
got
post box. It's in. It's out. It's in. It's out.
Keeps recalling that email. Anyway, 5 minutes to vote is what you've got. Jan, I know you've got some samples that you want to share with us again.
Yes, I'm
with
just
the
going to
mixer and
go
the
back
apron.
to those mixer
Over
and apron
2/3 of that's
cards.
gone now, so please be quick if you've got that in your basket.
Oh dear. Well, are all the shows like this, John?
Yeah, when I'm on them, they are. Yeah.
Together? Right, so just to show you a few more ideas then, we've got the apron one first. So again, just using different colourways and adding your own embellishments there. I just love all those little tools done with the mirror card and everything. They look great. So DIY king there. And then again, if you want to do it for one of the ladies, you've got Queen of the Garden there. So using the gloves, we've got the flowers, but just look, the total difference. You want, it's the same shape, but 2 totally different designs. Adding that little strip at the bottom there that looks like the lace, really, really pretty. And then it could be the Grill King. Okay, this one would be all right for my husband. He's a bit of a barbecue, is my husband.
Is he?
So yeah, he'd have to
I
be
love
the Grill
that
King.
in the summer, I feel like I can generalise as a guy. I love that a lot of guys don't cook at all. And then in the summer, that one day a year, they're like, nope. Everyone stand back, I'm going in. And then they don't do any of the preparation, any of the washing up, take all the credit. We're brilliant at that.
I can't fault him on that because he's a good cook, my hubby. He looks after me, I must admit. So he's a whiz with the barbecue, but he works in the kitchen as well. So no arguments on there. So yeah, we've got the kitchen queen this time again. You've got the whisk in there. Look, you've got the wooden spoons and the rolling pin. I just think they're really, really good fun to work with. And again, coming up next month, we've got Father's Day. It's a perfect design there for all the dads out there. Absolutely beautiful. And then we've also got that lovely mixer there. So again, it can be made, and this is what you were saying, Joe, this has just had the scoreline put at the back to make it as a shaped card rather than a topper. But I love the idea with all those little flowers bursting out of there. I'm not sure what we're making.
Oh,
but all those flowers coming out, absolutely delicious. Gorgeous. Or, like you said, the one similar to Craig's there in using the actual die as a topper on a card base. And you could do that, it could just as easily be the apron on the card base as well. So don't have to be a shape card, however you want to use them. But a really, really fun design there.
Really, really beautiful. Deanna says, Joe needs a Mai Tai. I need a week on a Thai beach is what I need, not a Mai Tai, Deanna. But thank you. Laura says it's a Joe thing, apparently, just all the laughing. It's at its worst when the Debbies are here. Oh. The Debbies just, I don't know what it is with me and the Debbies of late, but it's just, it's Debbie Fisher. I mean, Shelley has to look at me and she starts doing that funny chuckle. The card of the day, Jan, I am shocked. I won't say it's the wrong choice, but the shadow box is the card of the day. Did you think it was going to be the card of the day?
To be honest, I like to try and not think which is which. I'd have been quite happy for Craig to win, guys. As I say, my feelings on this. It's just a bit of fun. I know some of us are a bit more...
I just thought it was a foregone conclusion with the scrapbook page winning.
I don't know.
It's going up, Jan. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Up it goes.
Thank you very much.
Oh, I can't get it to...
Oh,
bear with Charlotte, I'm coming back in a minute.
He's gone AWOL again.
So, if you want to watch Craig as well tonight, go over there and let him know that Jan beat him. No, don't. He's doing a Facebook Live over on his Facebook page. Where else would he be doing a Facebook Live? Craig-led Crafter's Companion is where you'll find him from 9:30. So I've got about 4 minutes left on this show. Half an hour to get yourself some tea, get yourself sorted out, and pop over there. He's going to be previewing all of the new Hunky Dory products that are on air tomorrow. In fact, actually, whilst we're on the subject, let's just share with you what is happening tomorrow here on Crafters TV. There is a fun-filled day coming up. Wake Up Call will be here at midday with you here in the UK, 7 a.m. on the East Coast, with Random Crafts of Kindness is what we will be talking about in the show tomorrow. Also, all the hunky-dory deals will be going live in the morning. So you savvy shoppers out there, it's going to be a big day with those hunky-dory products tomorrow. And then, of course, we will have launch day featuring the same said hunky-dory products as well, which will be brilliant, myself and Craig. And then we've got a Creative Cravings. It's my last day with you, slightly shorter week for me this week. And then Becky's here for a couple of days, and then Ben's here for a couple of days after that as well. So it's going to be a really lovely week. But yes, my last day tomorrow. I want to go back to the garden party in order to finish off. I'm going to share with you a few of the samples over here. Have you got a few samples over there, Jan?
What, for garden party?
Yeah.
I have, yes.
Because, I mean, it's an absolutely gorgeous collection. Let me just show you again absolutely everything you're getting in here. So you're getting your stencils, which are awesome. You're also then getting as well your sentiments, your creator card die. You've then got your stamps here. These are absolutely fabulous. Those brand new Edgeable style dies. You've got your rosette in here, your embossing folders, and then all of those brilliant stamps and dies down there too. It's a really comprehensive collection. I just want to pick out a couple of the samples that I've got here as well, which I loved. And I love the idea of using that cut-in from the side as a card base. And also this sort of style here as well. But loads, you know the design team have really loved putting these together, don't you, Jan?
Yeah, honestly, we can tell by the amount of samples that come in what's good and what's not so good, because they literally have gone to town. But this one really struck me. I saw Sarah showing this yesterday and I thought, what a really, really nice use of the stencil. I love how it's concentrated in the middle and then it fades towards the edge of the card. It really draws your eye into that central point there, using that lovely Celebrate element on there. This one again just showing off those balloon edges to the maximum there. So our Nicole's been busy with some of these. I can spot her work a mile off. So absolutely beautiful, mixing the lemon with the lilac. So again, really nice combination. And this one, I saw this one yesterday on TV and absolutely loved it. Again, beautiful combination of colours. Our Nicole again there. Just that little touch of glitter around the edges. We've all got glitter hidden away in the stash, but you've got all those beautiful elements on there, all working together, those little butterflies. And again, what about that gorgeous embossing folder there? I love how this has been picked out just with the pens, just to give you a few ideas there. So yeah, absolutely beautiful collection, Joe. I love every bit of it.
It really is a stunning collection. Do grab yours. £125, $180. Everyone will get free postage and packaging and free shipping and handling, which is awesome. Platinum members picking this up for £100 or $144. Jan, it was an absolute pleasure to have a double Jan day today.
Thank you very much.
I hope you've enjoyed it just even
I
half
love
as
every
much
minute
as I
of it.
have.
You know that I love working with you, Joe, yeah.
Yeah, we
and
do.
I shall be back again on Sunday for some more. So,
Awesome. A double Jan instalment on Sunday
Yep.
with Becky. Make sure you join them both for that. Thank you to Charlotte next door in the gallery, Jake as well backstage, and Johnny, of course, as well. But the biggest thanks to you guys at home. I am in for it after this show. I really, really am. If you're across in the US, enjoy the rest of the day. If you're here in the UK, enjoy what's the rest of your evening. If you're in Europe, get to bed. It's way past your bedtime. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye.